Before we begin, if what I'm about to share lands in your spirit today, hit subscribe right now, because this channel exists to help you build the wealthy, peaceful, abundant life you were always meant to live. Turn on notifications too, because I release a new manifestation lesson every single week, and you don't want to miss the next one. Now, let's begin. Here's a question I want you to sit with for a moment. When something wonderful is stirring in your life, a new income stream, a business idea, a job offer, an investment, a financial breakthrough you've been praying for, what's the very first thing you do? Do you go quiet? Do you hold it close? Protect it? Let it grow in the dark like a seed beneath the soil? Or do you reach for your phone and tell your mother, your best friend, your partner, your group chat, before the thing has even had a chance to take root? I want to tell you something that changed the way I understand money, energy, and manifestation forever. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never announce your next financial move the same way again. For years, I studied the lives of people who seemed to attract money and opportunity effortlessly. And I studied, just as closely, the lives of people who seemed to sabotage their own abundance again and again, without ever understanding why. And I noticed a pattern so consistent it stopped me in my tracks. The people whose financial dreams kept dissolving, the deal that fell through at the last minute, the raise that mysteriously wasn't in the budget after all, the business that lost momentum right when it should have taken off. These were, almost without exception, the people who spoke about their plans before those plans were ready to be spoken about, and the people whose money simply flowed, who seemed to move from one financial win to the next with a strange, quiet ease. These were the people who said almost nothing until the outcome was already secured. This isn't superstition. This is energy. And energy is simply attention given form. Every great spiritual teacher of abundance, Florence Scovel Shinn, who called the word your wand, Joseph Murphy, who taught that the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined reality and a physical one, Neville Goddard, who insisted that the feeling is the secret. Every one of them, in their own language, pointed to the same law. What you hold sacred, you must also hold private. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly, even if it's just to yourself. How many financial dreams have you spoken into a room full of people who weren't ready to hold that dream with the same faith you had? Think about it. Not because those people are bad, or jealous, or working against you on purpose. Most of them love you. Most of them, if you ask them directly, would say they want nothing but good things for you. But wanting good things for you and having the capacity to believe in your good things are two entirely different matters. And here is the deeper truth. Their doubt does not need to be spoken aloud to affect you. The moment you share a fragile, newly forming dream with someone whose own beliefs about money are rooted in scarcity, in fear, in "that's not realistic," or "be careful," or even a well-meaning "are you sure?" you introduce a vibration of doubt into a space that needed nothing but pure, undivided faith to complete its formation. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote about this using an image I've never forgotten. She compared an unspoken desire to a photographic plate exposed to light before it's developed. The image is ruined, washed out, lost before it ever had the chance to become a picture. Your financial dream, in its early stage, works the same way. It is undeveloped. It is forming in the dark of your own consciousness, the way a photograph forms in a dark room. Expose it too soon to outside opinion, outside doubt, outside energy, and the image never fully develops. The dream never fully materializes, or it arrives so scarred by struggle and delay that you can hardly enjoy it when it finally lands. Now here's a question for you to genuinely reflect on, and I want you to pause the video if you need to. Is there a financial goal you're holding right now that you've been tempted to announce? A new job? A raise you're about to ask for? An investment? A business launch? Before it's actually done? If the answer is yes, I want to gently challenge you. What would it feel like to protect that dream instead? Not out of fear, not out of secrecy born from shame, but out of reverence, the way you'd protect a candle flame from the wind, cupping your hands around it not because the flame is weak, but because it is precious, and still growing into its full strength. I think of a story that illustrates this so clearly. Someone very close to me grew up believing, deep in her bones, that financial ease was simply not available to people like her. It wasn't her fault. It was inherited, absorbed from a childhood where money was always tight, always a source of worry, always something to be feared rather than welcomed. And so when she began, quietly, working toward something bigger for herself, saving, investing, building, she made a decision. She told no one, not because she distrusted the people around her, but because she understood, even without fully articulating it, that their fear about money was not hers to carry, and she didn't want to hand her still-forming dream to minds that had never practiced believing in abundance. Only when the outcome was complete, when the money had cleared, when the deal was signed, when the result was undeniable, did she share it. And by then, there was nothing left for doubt to attach itself to. The dream was already real. This is the discipline the great teachers of prosperity all describe in different words. Neville Goddard called it living in the end, occupying the feeling of the wish fulfilled so completely, so privately, that you need no external validation to sustain your belief. Joseph Murphy called it charging the subconscious mind with the conviction of the outcome, protected from the counter-suggestions of the outside world. Louise Hay would remind us again and again that our thoughts create our reality, and that includes the thoughts of everyone we invite into the conversation about our dreams. So let's talk about why this works on a practical level, not just a spiritual one. Every time you speak a goal aloud to someone who receives it with doubt, fear, or even casual dismissal, two things happen. First, you feel a subtle drop in your own energy. That small deflation you felt before, when you shared something exciting and the response was lukewarm. That drop is real, and it lingers, quietly reshaping your own belief in the goal. Second, and this is the part people forget, the act of telling can substitute for the act of doing. Psychologists have observed this. Announcing an intention can trick the mind into feeling a small sense of completion, which paradoxically reduces your drive to actually finish the work. Silence, in this sense, isn't mystical. It's a form of discipline that keeps all your energy pointed toward the goal itself, rather than toward the performance of the goal. Now here's a simple exercise I want you to try, starting today. The next time a financial goal begins to form in you, write it down instead of speaking it. Get a notebook, one dedicated only to this. Write the goal as if it has already happened. Not, I want to pay off my debt, but I am so grateful my debt is completely paid off. Not, I hope I get the raise, but thank you for this raise that reflects my true value. Read it silently, daily, and tell no one. Let the page be your only confidant until the goal is real. And a second exercise, just as important. Notice who you're tempted to tell, and ask yourself why. Are you seeking their genuine partnership, or are you seeking validation to quiet your own doubt? If it's validation you're after, that's a signal. Not that something is wrong with you, but that the goal needs more time in the dark, developing, before it's ready for light. I also want to address something important, because I don't want you to walk away from this thinking. Silence means isolation, or that everyone in your life who doubts you is your enemy. That's not it at all. Your parents, your partner, your closest friends who hesitate when you share a big financial dream are very often not working against you. They are simply speaking from the limits of what they have been taught is possible. Their caution is often love wearing the costume of fear. You can love them fully, and still choose not to hand them your unfinished dream. Protecting your vision is not a rejection of the people around you. It is simply an act of stewardship over something sacred. Let me ask you one more question before we close. What is one financial dream you are willing to protect in silence, starting today? Not because you don't trust the people you love, but because you've decided this dream deserves to fully form before it meets the world. Sit with that. Maybe it's the business you've been quietly building. Maybe it's the investment you've finally decided to make. Maybe it's simply the decision to change your relationship with money altogether. To stop apologizing for wanting more. To stop explaining yourself. To stop seeking permission from anyone but your own inner knowing. Whatever it is, I invite you to hold it close. Write it down. Feel it as already true. Let it develop, undisturbed, the way a photograph develops in the dark. Patiently, privately, perfectly. Until the day comes when you don't need to announce it at all, because it will simply be there, undeniable, complete, already yours. If this message spoke to something in you today, I want you to do 3 things before you go. First, subscribe to this channel, because next week I'm going deeper into the exact practice of living in the end for financial abundance, and you don't want to miss it. Second, leave a comment below and tell me, what is the one dream you're choosing to protect in silence starting today? I read every single comment, and I would love to hear from you. And third, share this video with one person in your life who needs to hear this. Someone who's been struggling to protect their own dreams from the doubt of others. Remember, 2026 can absolutely be the most abundant year of your life, but it begins quietly in the private sanctuary of your own believing mind. Until next time, protect your dreams, trust your process, and let your results do the talking. I'll see you in the next video.